Welcome back! We are on what I think is maybe the most exciting day of this project. We're actually going to be starting with our embroidery stitches today. So that's always fun, right? So here's where we should be at this point. We should have transferred our image to our fabric so that that's ready to go. And we should have also done 5 or more practice stitches either on a scrap piece of fabric or even scrap paper was fine for that too, just to kind of get a feel for some of the different stitches that we might use for this project. Alright, so now that I've got those practice stitches done, I'm going to loosen this. We're going to take that out and just set that off to the side. We might have some more practice stitches to come, so don't get rid of this. We'll keep that right over there for later use. And then I'm going to, let me just clear this out of the way here too. I am going to put my actual embroidery into my hoop here. So this is the back one, the one without the metal at the top of it. And we'll just kind of center that where we want it to be. So that looks pretty good. I've got enough area all the way around that I'll be able to make those stitches. That's looking pretty good. So now I'm going to take the top hoop and place that on. Just double check, does that look good? I think it does. Otherwise we can adjust it. Now would be the time to do that. I mean, you can always adjust it later too if you need to, but now's a great time since we're getting started. Might as well do it right from the beginning, right? Okay, so I'm just tightening this at the top, and you can see this is still pretty loose. So I'm just going to give a little tug around all those edges. We want this to almost be like a drum. Having it nice and taut. Oh, I can already hear that drum sound. That's what we're looking for, okay? So nice and taut like that. If you need to give it another little strengthening up here, go ahead and do that. But you want to be able, you know, it should be, but when you tap on it, you can kind of hear it like a drum, okay? So that's looking pretty good. Now, as far as like where to start on this, there isn't necessarily like a, oh, you have to start here, you have to start there, unless you've got some layering going on, but I think most of us have probably kept it pretty simple. So I'm gonna, because it'll give me a few different techniques to show you, I'm gonna do this one here, and I'll be able to use the back stitch as well as the French knot on this one. So I'm gonna get my needle out here. And I'm going to pick a green color that I want for the stem of this one, and I'm kind of liking this one here. I've got a few different greens to work with, and if you don't have, you know, the exact color that you want, you know, you can always feel free if you want to go shopping or check around with neighbors and friends to see if they have what you're looking for. You know, that's okay. We kind of get everybody a handful of colors to choose from without knowing exactly what your project was going to look like. So, alright, so I'm going to thread my needle. Oh my goodness, that might have been the most perfect one ever. Usually I struggle a little bit, so I guess I was just having good luck with the video here. So there we go, I've got my needle threaded. I'm going to go ahead and kind of visually measure how long that should be. And, you know, if you're not sure, a little extra, not a bad idea. But I know that, you know, if I'm going like that, if I kind of double that, that should be more than enough. So I'm going to cut that here. This would be the time, like I said, you know, some people choose to just leave this unknotted and just leave a little tail on the back side. Some people choose to knot it. I usually like to just give it a little double knot because just in case, you know. but you decide what's best for you. We all have our different ways of creating and doing things. I just did a little knot on the back side there. Okay? So I am going to be doing that back stitch. So I'm going to start, actually I'm going to start up here because I'll be able to combine a few stitches here. So here we go. I'm not getting in the right spot at first, so I had to poke it through a few different times. And my apologies, I know that my camera is not always focusing perfectly. We're just going to go with what we've got, right? Okay, so there's that first one. But I'm also going to incorporate our other little stitch here. So I can do these guys too. And remember, we kind of hold that down and kind of getting two birds with one stone here, right? So I've got those two little ones coming out, but then I'm also going to back stitch back to that original spot here. Oops, except for that didn't hold. Let me fix that and come back up. So if that ever happens, yeah, I forgot it was on the wrong side for that back stitch. If that ever happens, you can always come back and just throw another little holding stitch in there too. There we go. That's looking good. Alright, remember with the back stitch we give a little bit of space. And just like the name implies, we bring it on back. Right? Okay, let's get these little berries there. Arms too. So there's that guy. And come on over to the other side. Hold that little stitch and have to come up this way. Coming back up right where that last one left off. There we go. And bring it that way. That is looking pretty cute so far. Okay, so what I'm going to do, you guys don't need to watch this whole thing happening. You guys will be obviously each doing your own stitches here too. I'm going to just pause the video and come back to it once I've got the stem done, and then I'll show you those French knots as well. Okay, so give me just a moment for that.